Greetings, YouTube. Today I'm going to review the movie Ponyo, which is inspired by the classic Hans Christian Andersen story, The Little Mermaid. Now, I thought this was a delightful children's movie. It had wonderful visuals. It had relatively clear-cut characters. I enjoyed it from beginning to end. I didn't think that there was anything that would be considered objectionable as far as a children's movie is concerned. However, the one thing that it didn't have for me is it didn't have magic. It didn't make a connection with me. Now, I realize I'm an adult, but I don't think there's any reason that a children's movie can't also connect with the adults who are watching it with the children. Or in my case, just because I had heard it was good animation, and I enjoy good animation. And I picked it up for $2.50, so couldn't really lose at that count. And it's a 2 DVD set. I didn't actually watch the additional footage available on the other DVD. I just watched the movie all the way through. Now, for me, I didn't realize that it was quite as fantastical going in. So that took me a few minutes to kind of make the gear shifts. I'm seeing it as a modern film. Then I realized, no, it's a fantasy film, just happens to be set in modern times. It has nothing to do with reality whatsoever. Once I made that shift, the rest of the film went a little more smoothly. What didn't go as smoothly for me is the fact that I didn't feel a connection to the characters. Ponyo's father, I wanted more background. I didn't feel a connection. I didn't feel his angst. I didn't feel his anger. I didn't feel the motivations he should have displayed to the audience to justify doing what he was going to do, which was wipe out life on the surface world and return it to a Devonian Ubersea, a world-spanning ocean. And yet, when the mechanisms began to fall into place that were to create this, and his child was at risk, he decides he can't do it. And I didn't see the conflict. I didn't see the moment where he decided, I'm not going to do that which I had set out to do all along. But there is a whole lot of fun things to watch. You get to see the characters interact with it in a world that is a little alien to me. I'm not Japanese, even though my YouTube handle is Japanese. And it was nice to see that texture of that culture shown off so well as it meshed with the modern era. The relationship between the boy's mother and father, again, I didn't feel a connection. I didn't feel emotionally engaged in these characters, and that's a problem. Now, at the end of the film, I'm not going to spoil it for you, but at the end of the film, there's a level of commitment required of the characters, of emotional commitment, of relationship commitment, that I thought was really demanding. I think that it went well beyond what could be expected, even of an adult, if you're talking about the time scales that the film deals with. This film takes place over a very short period of time, and the types of relationships that are required of the characters by the end of the film are the kinds of things that really should develop over months or years, and yet they are given days. So it was hit or miss for me. My wife watched it with me, and when it was over, she said, I like Spirited Away better. And I have to agree with her. I like Spirited Away better as well. I did happen to really love the father's technology, though. The ship he used with the flippers and stuff, that was really cool. I quite enjoyed that. And all the sea creatures were beautiful. I thought they were lovely. So it's a visually stunning film. I don't regret watching it. I will probably at some point watch the extra footage. I may watch it again at some point with commentary. But it didn't have magic. And I think from the hype I heard about the film, I was really looking for magic. And maybe it was just my expectations. But it was a so-so movie. It was okay, but it wasn't the greatest thing I've ever seen.